example of advice you wish you had have listened to when someone gave it to you?
Anaya can totally give an example. Back in elementary school, middle school, high school, the advice from my uncles, my mom, all my family was to take school serious, get your grades right, and you'll be good. Whatever, cool. But no, Anaya wanted to do sports. Anaya wanted to focus on sports, sometimes boys. And I did not. Well, senior year, I got my GPA from like 2.2, 2.4 in like a couple months. So I'm clearly a smart one. But anyway, besides the point, I ended up going to Georgian court because my GPA was terrible. Whereas I had offers to so many different schools, the school of my dreams, which was Monmouth University. And I had a ride there, well, not full ride, but I had a scholarship to go there. But of course I couldn't because I didn't listen when it came to my grades in school, and it just set me back a lot. So now I'm stuck at GCU.
But if you would have listened, it's not that you're stuck there. You still made it to college, which is a great thing. So we love that. But if you listen in the beginning, it would have saved you the heartache, and you would be now going to Monmouth University, which is the school that you originally wanted to go to. Correct?
Not want to go there anymore. It's okay because I beat everyone I could beat there. I'm better than everyone at Monmouth. But still, yes, I would have definitely been at Monmouth like I wanted to.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on Anaya. Like, dude, I was only saying this to Anaya because the same exact thing that happened to her happened to me. I was a football star. I was, pretty good. I had all types of offers at every single college. The college of my dream, Penn State University, reached out to me. They wanted me to go there. Like, I was super excited to be able to go to Penn State or have an opportunity to go to Penn State. But I couldn't go because my grades, my GPA was, you said 2.2. That sounded about right. But I had to get over 1,000 on my SATs. And I took my SATs 3 times and did not score 1,000. The closest I got was like an 890 something. I'm like, damn, man, my opportunity, my dreams shattered. Couldn't go to Penn State. I ended up going to King University instead. But, I learned from it. So now, now I have kids of my own, I want to find a better way to instill them into education, let them know that's extremely important. And I know it starts with like me actually doing it with them. So, fortunate enough right now, my wife she's the teacher because, she's home right now and, she's teaching the kids, which is great. I want to make sure that's something that we can carry on, especially when they reach into high school, because, I don't want them to have the same mistake that I did.
Yes. I know that, and that's great. You definitely want to keep that instilled in the kids, that education is very, very important. And I remember that I used to tell Anaya, or my daughter, I used to say, get good grades, just get good grades. And I told her, you don't have to go to college, but I don't want the reason why you cannot get into a college is because of your grades. Let the reason why you don't go to college is because you chose not to go, but don't let them, give you fault and say it's because of your grades. I know I used to always tell her that. So definitely instill in your children, guys, that grades are very, very important because it can open the doors for so many different things. So does anyone else, before we get to our last question, does anyone else want to piggyback off of that? Any advice that you wish you would have listened to when you were younger, or any advice you wish you would listen to, period? I know Matter did say it from earlier. He wished he would listen to his mentor, that advice.
That same mentor also told me, I think I was around 20, probably around 26 now at the time. And I was doing really, really, really well in business, and I saved up a ton of money, and I was looking to move. And he was like, Mike, you should buy a house. And I was like, nah, I don't know if I should buy a house, because it came with all these ridiculous things, and I didn't end up buying the house. And then a couple years later, when business was not going so well, what I didn't know was that, if I own the home, like the bank they just don't come take it. It takes like a long time for somebody to take your house, versus if you don't pay rent in like 1 month, you're out. So I didn't really understand that at the time. I didn't look into it. So that was like my real one big regret that I have in life. I have like 2 regrets. That's one of them. I should have bought that house back when I had the chance. Terrible.
I'm sure your mentor figured out that you just don't listen. After all,
he was really great. He was really great at being patient with me. He was
clearly.
It was a
Clearly.
nice house too. I remember. Wasn't it next to the football players? The house.
Yes. So when I went, so I was house shopping, and well, there's a whole story behind it. But the point is, I saw somebody, and then I was like, oh, by the way, who's that like nice Mercedes down there? I'm like, oh, that's Mario Manningham and the Giants. That's him and his wife down. I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. So it was like a really nice place. I should have. I was just
Just a
wasn't
fool.
smart at the time.
Just a
Yeah.
fool.